I am wearing a cape, Naomi. How good of you to notice. I'm wearing a cape. It's a small cape. It's a black furry cape with a faux fur trim. And I woke up one day in lockdown, and I had a bad night's sleep. And I woke up like raving in my bed. I was like, I want to look like a wizard. And I just got up and like ordered a load of like accoutrement from the internet land. And
what else did you buy?
I bought another cape that looks like a bandana. I was at the park the other day and two younger men walked past me and they were like, "Oi, he's wearing a bandana." Except I was the bandana. There's that one. And there's
so were you a mandana then?
Hey.
I found myself buying lots of accoutrement from the internet, little bits and bobs, like all rainbow stuff. I've got a rainbow hat now. I've got a rainbow bow tie. I've got a rainbow fake ponytail that I can attach. I've got some rainbow glasses. I've got a rainbow bum bag and a rainbow cape. So we can double up. There's a rainbow wizard in some cartoon that we used to watch. I remember. What's his name?
I love that Drum said we can double up there, but all my stuff is black and shades of black with runes and sigils on, and Drum's is just bright, and that sums up mine and Drum's friendship actually, like the sort of yin and brightly coloured yang.
You know what? I tell you what, Drum. I tell you what I'm buying at the moment.
What's that?
I'm buying that this is going to be a quality hour of family entertainment. Hello, everyone.
Family entertainment.
Hello. Not even slight. Well, it's about a family.
It's true.
Drow family on their day trip from hell.
So I've got a quick question for Drum. So you bought this rainbow stuff. Are you going to wear it all at once, or are you going to sneak in a little rainbow in other outfits?
I've been wearing it piece by piece and building it up, and eventually, at some point, I'll wear it all together.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
You did wear it all together all at once the other day. I saw you outside. You look like an oil slick.
That was only half of it, mate. That was only half of it. Yeah, I looked like an oil slick that had been bathed in an actual rainbow, and then someone had put a magnifying glass over the top. That's what I'm going to look like when it actually all.
It's going to get to the point.
The Care Bears through a blender.
Yes. Nice.
Sorry, is that Naomi Clark from Power Word Roll?
Last name, am I in trouble? Do you want my middle name as well? And then I'll
right.
Yeah. With a stormer of an opening line there. That's probably the best opening line on a podcast I've heard.
Well, that's your lot.
Care Bear.
How was your first experience being on with us with the Danger Club?
It was about what I've come to expect. So take that as you will. It was lovely. 10 out of 10.
Power word burn.
Oh, we had that coming. Oh my goodness. It's like I think one of the saddest experiences I've had on this lockdown was the first time we all met up in the park. Not that we all met up in the park. That was nice. But like Drummond arriving late for it and just appearing over the horizon and just this billowing rainbow, like a gown with an umbrella over your shoulder, with Willow in like matching outfit, just riding through the wind towards us. And I just came running up to give him a big hug, and then got within about sort of 2 meters and was like, oh, and the elbows thing.
It was very disappointing.
It's the goodbyes, man. I can't get used to the goodbyes. Like everything's cool, everything's fine, and it's like cool. I see you.
That wasn't the highlight. Each other. That wasn't the highlight of that picnic that we had. It was the fact that Drum put up a parasol, and you see it on a live if you go back and look at our lives. Scott was doing a live and then just sees in the distance fucking parasol going miles out and almost embedding into like these people sitting down having a picnic.
Yes. The wind,
the windiest day in London.
The wind just took that parasol and it
the biggest parasol
across that park. Yeah.
You can go back and look at that on our Danger Club podcast.
Yeah, it was truly dangerous. We are truly the Danger Club.
It's sad here in London because the pubs are now properly open again, which means there was this sort of 2 to 3 week amazing period where the pubs weren't allowed to let people go inside them, but they could do takeaway. And if you go down to sort of East London, Hackney Way, where all the microbreweries and street food places are that do nice food, but don't know how to do any kind of catering. Like, you can't go sit down there anyway, so you just have to stand up in like a rammed warehouse and drink your beer. So now you can go over, you can get your takeaway beer anyway. You could get your tofu fish wrap thing from like some street food vendor, and then go and sit at the canal. But there's no one there because nobody knew it was open. But now it's back. So now it's all back to its hellish roots, which I'm very sad about because I like drinking IPA alone. That is the idea of this.
I was wondering
darkness,
where this,
my old friend.
yeah, I was wondering where this tale was going. It's just sort of like, so if we could have the next plague come along, please, that'd be great, because I'm tired of people around me while I drink alone.
Yeah.
I'm like Dr. Manhattan. Oh, I'm tired of people and their complicated lives. We get
See
to
you-
Mars.
So you're sitting on Mars, yeah, having an IPA, just
The Martian IPA, the greatest brew, man.
Yeah.
Made
Well,
entirely of potatoes.
Yes.
speaking of, there's
Martian
no link.
IPAs?
Potatoes.
I can do this. I can link anything, guys. Give me a moment.
But on that note, talking about potatoes, I'd like to realize that last time we did a plug, I didn't actually mention any of our social media or any information about where you can find us. So I'm gonna do the potato that is us and try and do that again.
That's an
Which
excellent
is-
idea.
Yes, actually.
poweredroll.co.uk or on all places that podcasts can be found. Okay, please just like cut that in because I forgot.
That's great.
So do you want to do another take for like episode 1? So I've got one for episode 2 and episode 1. Why not?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay.
That's a lot of potatoes, Colin. It's a lot of potatoes, right?
This
I'm
is-
going to
this
leave
is all
this
just
whole
gonna be-
thread in as well. It's going to be great.
I'm just going to leave it all in. Yeah.
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 Naomi doesn't know what I'm doing here.
Naomi doesn't know what Naomi's doing here, okay? Powered Roll is a podcast where we do a D&D and we slam it down to 30 minutes. You can find us at power_word_roll on Twitter, or you can find us at poweredroll.co.uk and wherever you get good podcasts. We are also there, even though there are good podcasts on there. We make no promises. Enjoy!
Hey.
Over the top of your enjoy. That was my mistake.
Speaking of good podcasts, this is a podcast about a drow having a baby who's lost in the Darklands. Let's pick it up there. There we go. Just wait for your moment. I can do anything.
Good link.
Have an IPA.
Yeah, good link. Just say it quick, and no one will notice that it's got nothing to do with anything that's going on.
Yeah, also that was going to be cut anyway, wasn't it? So your link's
Yeah, I
not
can't
going to
cut it
make
now.
sense.
So yeah.
That was very much the no further questions of links, wasn't it? That was the here's the statement and go.
Yeah. Speaking of not being able to link things, back to the plot.
So the two people that we have with us haven't actually been down
Oh,
this.
Ross,
Ross!
he'd had the thing twice.
No, I'm talking about the
Done
game.
link twice.
I'm talking about the game. I'm talking about
We're in
you
the game,
two.
man.
So you don't have any clue as to what's in the hole.
You don't know that. We're going to find out in the game that we're trying to play. That we're trying to play now.
Okay, here we go. So you guys don't have any clue as to why.
No, I don't have any ideas. Do you, Nebastian?
Oh, yeah.
You do have an idea.
I thought you had never been
Fucking
into the
idea.
hole.
No, but my lordship, I've got an idea. Of course I have.
What is your idea?
I speak to the badgers and I speak to the moles, and sometimes the centipedes talk to me too. And they say things that live in the dark which are terrible and nightmarish. Awful they are. They haunt my dreams and they crawl underneath my eyelids when I sleep alone in the caverns.
Can you speak disease funds, Nebastian? And he sweeps open his cloak, revealing the pelts of many a badger and mole.
Ooh.
Why, my lordship? I can't, and they're dead.
Yes, they are.
Shania has been over in a corner somewhere, retching, bringing up her breakfast or tea or whatever it was. I'm not quite sure what time of day it is, and wiped away the last of her, her hellish wretch, and heads over to Nebastian and says, "I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. First, you can speak with the animals."
Nebastian gets incredibly shy now that a female drow has come over, knowing that they are of more import, having done very small studies of drow society in his cave alone over a candle. My lady, yes, well, in a way, I can.
But this is what I've wanted all my life. But, Philippe here, I feel like we have a special connection, but I do not understand the words that he would say. You would know what he would say?
My lady, it would be my honour, my privilege to interpret your furry badger for you.
Thank you. This is something
That's
special
the
like I've
worst,
never
like,
felt
come on,
before.
ever.
That was the worst sentence I've ever heard.
That's going to be on the headline for this episode.
I've got Nebastian has a feat called Burrow Elocutionist, which I kept reading in a sleep-deprived state as Burrow Electrocutionist. But can I interpret what Philippe is? It's only chirrups and grunts and stuff. I can't exactly converse with him, but can I
You
interpret
don't literally speak to him. Okay.
No, I can interpret what he's kind of saying.
Okay, so you bend down and listen to Philippe's snuffles, and you interpret. At last, one who can understand what I seek to convey. You must beware. All of this has happened before, and shall happen again, over and over. I am not the first Philippe, nor will I be the last. One day, one will come who will break the wheel, end the cycle, and free our people. Please, carry my words. It comes out as like... and then he just kind of shits on the floor.
I'd like to think it's more like a little game of charades. Like,
You just hear Kate Blanchett's voice in your head.
Milady, your badger said that it was
Yeah?
very proud to be on this noble quest with you, and that Nebastian looks bashfully at Shania's bump and is proud to be a royal honor guard for the prince that is surely within you.
Well, you have brought me much happiness to convey this message to me. Despite the fact that I'm feeling constantly on the edge of sickness, whether I will be sick or not, I do not know, but it is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And yet you have brought a little tiny ray of hope into my... excuse me, and she goes off and she's sick again.
Nebastian considers that he might have done the right thing whilst at the same time betraying all of burrowing kind and goes to stand away from the group and look deeply into his mushroom hat for a minute.
Imrath goes
Philippe
over
just...
to
Sorry.
Imrath
Go
goes
ahead,
over
Imrath.
to Shania and hands his water skin. Goes, here you go, Shania. Just Lady Shania, just for you.
Is that filtered?
I got it from the well back. I don't really.
Are
I mean,
you
I can
trying
try.
to give this baby deformities? What is wrong with you?
Oh no, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry, Shania. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. Let me go find some filtered water. Excuse
It's
me.
fine, just give me the fucking water, okay? Give me the fucking water! Give it to me! She takes it.
Kai is like
Drinks it
rubbing
down.
her back and being like, yeah, get it out. Express yourself.
oh,
Fuck.
Please don't
Oh,
express.
God.
Imrath, you are such a...
Okay, so we need to find the best way down into the pit of the disgusting hell where all the monsters are. So, can Fly make a little check and see if he can find some sort of pathway that someone might have carved out, or like if someone...
Oh, that's all right. That's all right, Fly. No need to worry. I've been a scout and a guide around these caves before. I got a climbing kit and some rope.
I also have a grappling hook as well.
Well, yes, I have a climbing kit as well.
I feel like you're all just challenging each other. Just fucking someone do it, okay? Just someone get us the fuck down there, okay?
Well,
So can
this
I
is
get-
going to be eventful.
Can I say I don't want to know how drow filter their water because you know it's going to be great.
It's
Yeah.
mushrooms.
It's all shrooms. It's all shrooms. Maybe the entirety of drow culture is a collective hallucination. Like they never went underground. They're not in the Darklands. They're just a bunch of elves in a cave, just
With their eyes shut.
imagining it.
Off their tits.
There's only about 6 of them as well, and they make up all the
Just keep putting on different hats.
who've ever existed. Yeah.
Are you saying, Colin, that it would be ridiculous for 6 or maybe 7 individuals to make up lots of different characters and then relate them to each other in a completely hallucinatory journey around, like, I don't know, an hour long or something like that? Yeah, you're right. That would be insane.
I'd listen to it, once a week.
Oh my goodness. So anyone who wants to do that can give me a nature check, or a survival. I'll take a survival to have a little look at the cliff face and see if you can find an easy way down or an
Natural 20.
Dan,
Yes.
I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
How many times can I use my Featherfall?
How many times can you use Featherfall? What level spell is it? It's a level 1, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I'm level 1, so I don't think I can. I don't
Level
know.
1 spell. So you will, as a druid at level 1, I believe you'll have probably 2 uses. I'll grab a look for you while we're doing
Okay.
it.
The 3 of us that are doing stuff, that's Fly and Justin Imrathlake and me. Have we all got like...
As well.
Oh, okay, yeah, and the blue blood is doing something. Shall we all do different skills? I imagine if one of you is doing survival, because I've got Cavern Lore. So I
Cavern
reckon-
Lore do it. Yeah.
I've got regional lore, so
I did survival and I got a natural 20. So
Okay, I'll roll on Cavern Lore.
Okay.
All right then.
my regional lore was 21.
On a
Drum,
nat-
you can do it twice.
I can do it twice. Okay, so
well,
me and
you've
Philippe
got-
then, I guess.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
2. You can carry Philippe. You don't need to.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Okay, so while everyone's having a look around, Shania says, "Well, I have been studying some little bits of magics. I'm just going to jump down with my Featherfall. I can do it for one other person if you like."
Imrath looks at the floor, looks at Shania, looks at the floor again, like kind of moves his foot on the floor like coyly. And just
Little Shani, as much as I'd like to see you throw yourself into this big pit, I think perhaps you should wait until we scout the bottom, yeah?
I'll jump.
Yes.
Oh no. All right, sister, if you wish to jump, you may jump also.
You have no idea what is down there. If you will
No.
get down there might be things that.
No,
I will
But we're
protect
going to go
Shania.
down. We're
If
going
they-
to go down either way, yeah. So
It's-
let's
yes.
just go down.
If they wish to jump first, we should let them, yeah?
Look,
Actually, what about if you stood at the edge? We can cast Featherfall or not, and I can just push you.
Sister, I meant no disrespect. You seemed very keen to go down this awful hole, so if you wish to jump, you can.
All right.
I got a 22 on my nature check.
22 on a nature. What do you got on the Cavern Lore check, Nebastian?
15.
15. Okay. So, Cavern Lore, you're not really sure about this area. You don't know much about sinkholes go this far down. But with the nature checks and those survival checks, you guys got some pretty good ones. So you identify a few solid-looking handholds on the way down that you reckon would allow you to clamber down, and you reckon those of you with climbing kits, if 2 of you climbed down and sort of hammered in some pitons as you went down, then the other you could attach the rope to it and you could make it a lot easier for the others to climb down after you. But 2 of you would have to attempt it in order to make it easier on people.
With the survival chair, how far did you say it is down?
How far down? It is. You reckon it's about 50 feet down. There is water at the bottom, but it doesn't cover the whole bottom. So it sort of depends where you land.
How long does Featherfall last?
Featherfall would be enough to get you to the bottom.
Okay.
Dan, would it be possible to get a bonus on that climb check if we dropped a rope down, because I've got 50 feet of rope, and then climb down and put pinions in on the way down? Would that negate someone else having to make a check, or was that just...
Yeah, so basically if two of you with ropes climbed down on those ropes and put the pinions in as you went down, then it would mean anyone coming after that won't have to roll. They can just climb down the ladder that you will effectively build. But it means two of you have to make rolls to kind of set the whole thing up.
Nebastian will do that.
This is a job for a proper hunter. I will go.
Very
and
good.
with that,
No, don't.
Well,
your concern is touching for me, sister. Thank you. And then he would like to... Oh, sorry. I'll make that check.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
the last thing I would call you is a proper hunter. I'm not going to trust your Vez, says Shania, turns to Imrath, looks deeply into his eyes, puts her hand out and says, "Do you trust me?" And then casts Featherfall on the boat and leaps.
Oh! You leap over the edge just as Nalus is about to start climbing. The two of you drift hand in hand. You you just almost fly as you slowly drift down the grass.
I will go on.
As I got, Nalus got a 25 for his climb check. So using acrobatics, yeah?
No, using athletics, which is
athletics.
what you've always used for climbing.
That's fine. Then it's 22. So it's still...
22,
it's
okay,
yeah, very good.
Nebastian also got a 22 for a climb check.
Okay. As they float slowly past him, Nalus on his breast says, "Oh, look, shit doesn't float." But very quietly to himself.
You...
as we're floating down... Oh, sorry. As we're floating down, Shania is singing softly, "A whole new cavern, a new darkened place for us," and etc. More stuff.
It's all camp. You've got to take what you can get when you're drowned. Yeah. You drift down and you land lightly on the bit of stone next to the pool of water, so you don't land in the water. But you have now used both. You have now used both of your first level spells, so. Carefully if you need any healing before you get a chance to rest. Meanwhile...
Oh, I see. That was a trap. Ah.
I mean, not so much of a
Damn
trap
you, Dan
as
Thompson.
the game Pathfinder. That's...
Which is kind of a trap.
It is a trap. Isn't it?
Yeah. So, meanwhile, the climb time... You make your way down, so you make about a third of the way down. So there's multiple climb checks to kind of make your way down. But you make the first roll, that gets you a third of the way down, and you hammer in the pinions and the ropes, securing that. So can I get another climb check to try and keep making your way down?
And I know we rolled the exact same last time, but if Nebastian sees him pegging equal with Nalus, he intentionally stops a little bit, slows himself down so that Nalus goes quicker ahead of him, just to make it seem that Nebastian isn't quite as good as Nalus.
Nice, okay.
Nalus pays no attention to Nebastian whatsoever, but he probably doesn't know that. Ooh. That is a 16 that time.
16.
18.
Oh.
18.
Perhaps Nalus will notice Nebastian.
So, as you're trying to make your way down, without overtaking Nalus, Nalus ignores you and shrugs and tries to go further, and then slips. As he's
on a 16.
On a 16,
wow.
You slip.
Jeez.
So, Nebastian, you're fine. Nalus, can I get a reflex save to attempt to grab the ledge?
You can. Okay, that is a 22 for Nalus.
A 22, Nalus, you managed to grab the ledge, and you just are left dangling by your fingertips.
Nalus, very quickly, kind of like a cat, sort of scrabbles at the rock face very quickly, grabs a ledge, and then just looks sideways at Nebastian.
Who's got his mushroom cap pointedly away from Nalus, and didn't even notice it. In fact, he's whistling a little burrowing tune to himself, or just hasn't noticed at all.
Yeah. If he was looking, he'd have seen a death glare, and then Nalus carries on as if nothing's happened.
All right.
Go slightly down the hole. It's gonna be awful. I've not seen nothing. I'm gonna die alone.
Oh.
That's your second point secured. One final athletics check to make it safely to the bottom.
Oh, this is
Road.
intense. Oh God, it's not good. That's a 11 that time.
Uh-oh.
It's gradually getting worse.
It's a 24.
Oh,
Nice.
That is more than enough for Nebastian. Nebastian scampers down. Let's get another reflex save for half damage for Nalas, as Nalas loses his grip again.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, so that makes it's not a critical success. So Nalas, you kind of lose your grip about 10 feet before the bottom of the thing, not too far, and you just kind of land and slightly roll your ankle as you kind of land. You take 2 points of damage as you hit the ground, but you manage to kind of walk it off, and you have successfully attached the ropes, which will allow Karen and Fly to clamber down safely without any kind of danger.
Well climbed, your lordship.
Yeah, thank you. Little Shani, I presume Shania's there.
She is.
Yeah, that is an interesting little trick you have learned. Where did you get this from?
I have, just been reading some books on the side.
You reading
yeah.
books?
What, you think I'm incapable of taking in the knowledge of the world?
Yeah, I think you are. I think
Yeah,
you
but-
that the only reason you are worth anything is because of that girl in your belly. Do not forget this.
This is something that I've heard many times. It is not enough that you are told that that the thing that is inside you is worth more than you, but also that you cannot escape it. It does not matter where you go. You are never alone, never anymore. And the thing that is inside you, it is more important than you. So if there is a thing that I can do so that maybe I can groom myself, make myself to feel better, and read some books and learn some things, then maybe that is something that I should do. And you, Nalas, you do not pay attention. You have all the opportunities that so many others do not have, and yet you pay no attention to the world. And this is what will get you in the end, Nalas, you tiny man.
Shut the fuck up, Shania. Do not speak to me this way, huh? I think you've been reading all too many books, Perhaps you should concentrate on where you are in the world, rather than these flights of fancy. And he goes and leans against the wall with his back turned.
Okay. What's going on with Karen and Fly?
So as they're climbing down, I guess just have a little conversation, I do not like the climbs. I don't mind it, but I don't like it. What do you feel about the climbs?
Well, I prefer to climb up. I mean, sort of mentally, there's something more enjoyable about it than climbing down. So I think I'll enjoy the exit more than the entrance. But, when I did this, what was it last? Oh, yeah, the quintuplets. You would not believe, we just had to do a slow walk the whole way down. It took 3 weeks. And by that point, really, it's kind of a waste of time. They're coming, and whether the amulet's there or not is not really going to matter. They're still sharing it between 5. So, what's it like for you as a young drow living in a strange land?
I don't know.
Well, it's all
What
about...
the fuck? I got confused with all the amulet. I know we go to find the amulets for the babies. But, yes, with the quintuplets, what is this?
Oh, quintuplets. Quinn is 5.
Quinn?
So,
Who is Quinn?
Quinn is... Well, okay, so Quinn was the second one. But that's just because there's sort of this weird naming convention. Because I'd already had...
What is a convention?
9 babies before... What?
What is a convention?
So a lot of people meet together, and they wear costumes.
And so on. And
Oh my!
as we're coming down.
Be afraid of the drow, my child. They'll come out of the ground and burn your village to the ground. But they will accept this goblin as whatever he wants to identify as without any question whatsoever.
There's a reason. There are reasons why he thinks he's a drow. So.
Yeah.
Also, now conventions are canon in World, so we
absolutely.
never leave MCM. We are still there and can be there in character too.
Yeah.
And we have Naomi to thank for that.
Yeah.
Right. So that is conventions. Plymouth. Denham, I believe, was one, and Baba Ganoush, which we now need to find reasons for existing in our world.
Yes.
And vending machines. Vending machines.
Vending
No,
machines.
Colin. No, not vending machines. All right.
vending
Machines
machines.
exist.
Have the
Vending
internet in the
machines
game
exist.
as well. Let's just have fax machines too. Why don't you?
Dan said yes. Dan said yes.
And
Vending
sofas
machines are good.
as
They're
well.
full of snacks. Clearly, that's more beneficial than a fax machine.
They're full of lies, Naomi. They're full of lies and deceit.
When Fly gets to the bottom, can he see if there's a vending machine around?
There is. It's full of lies and deceit. It's the Darklands.
As Karen gets to the bottom, Nalas gives a graceful bow. Says, "Well climbed, Sister Karen."
Yes, you seem to be a little out of practice yourself. And she turns away.
It's fair.
You turn to look at the opening in the stone. There are strange carvings around it. Now that you're up close to it, you can see that it is a door. It looked more natural because the top of it, the rock is kind of cracked and sheared away from it. But so it is very old. But yes, it looks like it was once some kind of a doorway. There is no door in it. There's just a tunnel that passes further on.
Are we getting those ropes back, lords and ladyshippers? If not, that's all right.
Climb it back. It's fine.
Oh yeah, when we come out this same way, of course. Your ladyship, my ladyship. You're a ladyship ship.
I still have my rope because we did not use my climbing kit. Aha!
Nebastian looks at Fly and goes, "Very good, Mr. Fly. Very good."
I think me and you, Nebastian, we will be good friends.
Oh, I believe we will, Mr. Fly.
These small people are very entertaining.
Sounds
I'm
so
glad we
stupid.
bought them.
I know I am small for a drow, aren't I?
Yes.
My mother always said I am small for a drow. Oh, you're small for a drow, she would say. I would say,
say anything
yes,
else?
mother, I am small for a drow.
Yes. And who was your mother? Of which house?
Oh, my mother, yes, of course. Now you're testing me here. Of the Flickerlow house.
The Flickerlow house.
Yes, the Flickerlows, you know? My mother was Mariah Flickerlow.
I've heard that she's a wonderful cook. And she does hold some amazing parties.
Yes, she loved the parties.
Really, I have not heard of this house Flickerlow.
Nalas, you don't listen to anything. I'm surprised you have heard anything at all.
What? I made the joke about the not listening.
Yes, thank you, Fly. Nebastian, would you like to lead us on?
Oh, of course, your ladyship. I will plunge ahead. It's quite nice to have people to talk to. Normally, when I'm roaming around these cabins, it's just me, myself, and my 3 centipedes that I keep in my pockets and my ear. All right, this way. Follow me, your lordies and ladyshipies.
Yes, this way, follow us. And he goes up and walks right next to Nebastian, being
Amazing.
a guide as well.
You, the famous parties at Mariah's house that people come with her goblin son. Like, imagine people just in the carriage on the way home being like, "So we're just not going to acknowledge it. Is that it? We're just not going to."
How long is this going on for? Yeah.
Yeah.
The cooking's just so good. They just keep going back. So you push on into the tunnel. You make your way past the carvings. And the tunnel leads downwards. And it is quite clearly crafted as you get in here. It is very old. The stone is worn smooth. But these were once steps made by something. And as you get down, you turn a corner and there is an opening. It seems to open out into a room, really. It has sheer walls made of brick carved into it. It has a flagstone floor. It has some pillars, very old-looking pillars with carvings on them, some kind of runic patterns carved into them. And it has several sections of it have collapsed. But looking over to your right, you can see that there does seem to be a doorway. With a stone door in it, which is leaning partly ajar. What would you like to do, everybody?
Nebastian will bow deferentially to everybody and just scurry off to examine it for any kind of natural traps or monsters.
All right, go ahead, give me a percep. Or your cabin lore if it's better.
Okay, it's a 12.
That's 12. You're not really sure. You reckon this door can probably be pushed open with a bit of strength. You don't know how dangerous it is potentially.
My lords and ladyships, I believe there's just a door which needs a little bit more oomph than this tiny little gnome can manage.
Can I do a sweet flying kick and bust it open?
You can do a sweet flying kick. Go ahead and make an attack roll against the door.
Cool.
So just roll and add your attack modifier.
Nice. So that's 25.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Karen just bounds across the room and just does a flying kick into the stone door, and it shudders and just falls out of its mounting point and just crashes onto the floor with a boom that just echoes throughout the cavern.
That was masterful, sister.
Shania turns to Imrath and whispers, "This is why it's good to have her on our side, yeah?"
Yeah, she's totally cool.
I think that may be the only time in her whole life anyone's been like, yeah, that drow's cool. And not the worst.
I love that thing about that monks is that you just go, I can't do things, but if I kick everything, then it will work in the way that's into like Homer Simpson with the gun, just like kicking the TV, kicking people.
Does this mean that when Shania met Karagor for the first time and had those first flutters, her thought was, oh, kind of reminds me of my aunt?
Well, you know those drow are swimmers.
So you press on into the room, which is not trapped, unfortunately. And you look around. There are scattered bits of ancient-looking armor propped up here. All of it is corroded with time, and there are shelves on which you can see there are lots of old-looking tools covered in dust lying around. There seem to be carvings of figures, their faces worn away with age, stocky and short, dressed in runic plate armor, and there is a passageway that carries on to the south. What would you like to do?
These... can I make any knowledge check on the people, the statues?
Yeah, go give me a society check or a crafting check to know.
Okay, society. 17.
17 on society. Okay, that is enough for you to identify, looking at the statues and the figures. These are dwarves. They are not Durga. Not deep dwarves. These are dwarves, and dwarves have not lived in this part of the Darklands in hundreds and hundreds of years. Centuries ago, the dwarves embarked on something called the Quest for Sky, where a great prophecy caused them to surge up from their homelands deep under the ground and rise up to the surface world and live there. And in doing so, that's how they drove the orcs and goblins the orcs to the surface as well.
I'm really, really sorry. Can you bear with me for 1 second? I need to go and just find something for Oaken's jabs.
No problem.
Sorry,
Go.
really sorry, guys. Just
That's
right.
all
2
right, no
seconds.
problem.
Sorry.
So break as well, though.
Okay, pause for a second there.
Okay, keep it. I mean, if you want to pause your audio, you can.
I'm going to
Okay, I'll pause.
But I'm just going to keep mine.
I'm just going to
rolling.
keep mine running. So
Okay, keep it rolling. Don't pause it. Don't pause it. Don't pause it.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm going to loop. That's well.
Because otherwise we'll have to resync it. Yeah.
Take a chance to read ahead.
Take a chance.
Tell you what, Naomi, while you're there, would you like to do us a Danger Club intro?
Sure.
My name's Naomi Clark. I'm in Power Word Roll. This is the Danger Club podcast. If you want to subscribe, you can check us out on blah blah blah, that sort of thing.
Okay. Wait. If you want to subscribe, I need the text.
I'll just say something
Correct.
like, "Oh, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe on any podcast channel." You know what I mean? Like when you did with Power Word Roll. That'd be great. Because then I can stick you on the beginning of episode 2.
Sure. Oh, hold on. Is it cool if I spin it?
Yeah, spin it however you want it.
Cool. It's the podcast that doesn't belong to us. It's Danger Club Podcast. Hi, it's Naomi from Power Word Roll. You're listening to Danger Club. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, tweet, say hi, and get involved. Thanks for listening.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And if you want to, I don't know if you don't have to, but could you do one in character?
Sure.
Just while we've got a moment, I just figured.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking of the goof.
Oh, are we all back?
I think
Sorry,
we're back,
guys.
baby.
Oh, cool.
Apologies.
Okay, we'll
Right.
do it later. We can have a think about it. Thank you so much for that, Naomi. That's amazing.
No worries.
Also, Naomi, sorry, just quickly, whenever you've got a moment in the next few days or whatever, could you just send me a picture or two that you wouldn't mind us using on our social media to promote this episode? We'll do a couple with Shania to focus on Shania, but there might be one I can stick your lovely mug on.
Sure.
Cool.
Lovely.
Okay.
Cool. We're all still recording. Nobody paused, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to pick it up from the Quest for the Sky bit, because we left off. So the dwarves have not been in this part of the Darklands in hundreds of years. There was something called the Quest for the Sky centuries ago, where the dwarves had a great prophecy that they had to surge upwards, and so they made their way up through the higher levels of the Darklands and up to the surface, and that's where they drove the orcs up to the surface with them, and they left behind this part of the world. So there haven't been dwarves here for a long, long time. If this is dwarven, then it is very, very old.
I relay this to the team, but looking at Shania in a sort of boastful way and just say, I sometimes read, just a little thing, I like to read, get really smart, but
You like to read about dwarves?
No, just like the history of all of our things, our culture.
You think that the dwarves they have culture? You think that these slaughtering assholes they are the kind of culture that you would look to?
No, it's not. No, Shania, Lady Shania, of course not. It's no, oh no, oh God.
Let's not stress out a new mother, and keep the tone really soft, because clearly this is a stressor. We all understand that, and that's fine. But Shania and we're going to do some deep breathing, and I think actually what might help us is a cathartic scream. So shall we all cathartic scream together? Shania, do you want to start?
Yeah, I will start.
Out of
Okay,
character, let's take our headphones off.
Good. Now, unless you've got a lot of repressed stuff going on, throw that out.
I do not scream.
Can I like gut punch him? Is that allowed?
I mean, you can do, yeah.
Of course it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. And, like, are you attempting to do damage or just to?
No, this is like subdual to the whimpering center.
All right, we won't roll for it then. But yeah, Karen just hoofs you in the stomach.
And Nallas just sort of doubles over and then tries to stand straight and looks at her and says, I do not scream, sister.
Karen gets like right up in your face and then just goes like in the like right in the zone. It's good.
Like that old Aphex Twin video where the monster's screaming in the old lady's face, that kind of scream.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, awful. All right, so you scream, and your screams echo through the caverns.
Right.
You're welcome.
This is a good idea.
Can Nebastian, who has held back from screaming because he deemed it to be a drow-only thing, can he during that time be looking around for any burrowing friends that might be burrowing around at this time so we can have a little word with them?
You never know. Go ahead, give me a percept, see if you can find any burrowing creatures.
15.
15. You don't find any burrowing creatures down this far. It looks like nothing much has been down here for quite a while. However, you do see something glinting among one of the suits of armor that's sort of fallen down, and you reach down and you pick up. There's a small vial of sort of greenish liquid that, as you hold it up, seems to glow with a bit of an energy of its own.
My lords and ladyships, I've found what appears to be a tube of glow. Maybe one of you would be able to. That is, if it's good, it might be dangerous. Maybe I should taste a little bit to make sure. Have you got a royal taster? I can do that.
do not do the tasting. Give it to me, and I'll use my my medicine. Can I use like medicine to try and check this out?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Careful about leaning into the mic drum.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, so you want to take go ahead, give us a medicine check to see if it is medicine.
16.
16. It's not medicine. It is not for drinking. Whatever it is not for consumption.
Okay, I think this could be extraordinarily dangerous.
I don't think we've got any casters in the party, so finding out what magical things are could be super
I'm
fun.
not surprised. I mean, it's dwarven. It won't be good for you, whatever it is.
Maybe we should pour it on. Sorry, you talk. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. You go.
Maybe we should pour it on a millipede or something and see what happens, no?
At that suggestion, Nebastian goes, and then remembers his place and then doesn't say anything but blushes furiously.
I love that. Aren't we in a stone cavern?
You are, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to find anything that burrows through stone. I mean, you can keep that. Yeah. Oh, look, it's a cute little stone-eating centipede.
It's in my eye.
Yeah. So if anyone has got, if anyone is trained in either crafting or arcana or occultism.
Yeah. Okay. Crafting. I've got crafting.
Okay. Give us a roll on crafting to see.
Okay. My crafting. Oh dear, it's a terrible roll. Unfortunately, that was only 8.
8.
And Nebastian is actually trained in occultism because things get weird when you're alone in the dark and you hear voices. So I'm just going to make a little roll on that.
Yeah,
if I could, my ladyship, just have a little peek. If you tilt it to the... Oh, no, it's a 14. I'm not sure that's going to help.
Tremendous.
Can I make a regional lore? Would that work?
Regional lore about the stuff about the Darklands. You know what? At this stage, go for it. Give it a
Why
go.
not? You know? It's a 17.
A 17. Okay. So you have seen some of these used before in some of the fighting schools. Some warriors use them. It is an oil of potency. It is an oil that can be
Should I?
I'm going to rub that on my sword.
Oh no.
Should I have already recognized it because I have one of those?
Oh, wait a moment.
They're all like looking at it and they're like, "It's an oil of potency," and I'm like, "Yeah,
This
have
is
you not been
an
studying your oils?"
this is an oil of potency. Yes.
So you.
Well, what would you use this for, Auntie?
Well,
When
I'm
a
not your
mummy and a
auntie.
daddy love each other very much, and they want to make a new matriarchal heir, Daddy just rubs this all over himself, and it's all good.
Oh, I see. So, Fanar. Okay.
And
No
and
way,
if you-
no way. For now.
And if you want to use it in a less Shambhala festival way, if you put it on a weapon, it gives it +1 to hit and an extra dice of damage. Makes it a +1 striking weapon for a minute.
Okay, so Shania goes, I'll just pocket this then for the moment, okay?
Shania pockets her first glow stick. So that
Is
seems
anyone
to
else
be.
hearing Darude's sandstorm, or is it just me?
So that
I'm hearing it
seems to
now.
be- yeah. That seems to be all there is in this room. So you press on a little further down. And looking around this room, looking around in the room to the south, it appears to be some kind of a lab. You can see that there are shelves around. You can see there were once lots and lots of clay pots that you think contained various liquids and things, but they're broken. You can see dark stains on the walls and on the shelves from where a lot of these pots have been broken. But there seems to be a large number of sort of alchemical things stored down here, and there's also a crafting table with lots of cogs and bits of metal and things laid out where it seems that something maybe was built here long ago. Do you want to give us some perception checks if you want to search this room? Otherwise, you can press on. There is a door. There is a door in the south again that goes on a little further.
Oh, Natch 20.
Me
on that
too.
one. Hey.
Natch 20.
Oh, very nice.
Eddie Twanzo.
So 27 in all.
27. All right, so that's enough. That's enough for
Natty 20.
a natural 20 as well.
Oh my god, really?
Get them out, guys. Get them out now to search this room. So you, all of you, at the same time, you find that one of the smaller clay pots is still sealed. And when you take the stopper out of it and have a look, you can see a sort of a shimmering silver liquid inside it, which you've gathered. If you would like to make some rolls, crafting checks, or anything else, I might tell you what it is.
Okay, I got a 19 on the crafting.
19 will do it. That's fine. So you are. Sorry, do you want to take a stop there? You're right, Scott.
Like a cheeping or a crying or a yeah. What is that?
Oh,
I'm not hearing it.
sorry.
Is anyone hearing that? Is anyone hearing that in their vicinity? I mean,
No,
Yeah, it was me.
it's-
It was me.
oh, what was it?
Yeah, it was a bird.
It
really
sounded
loud
like
bird
a
just
bird. It was just all the way through the speaker. It's like boop, boop. It's like,
I honestly thought it was Oaken because obviously like Holly's back here now, and I was like, oh my god, he's crying, and you guys can hear it. But it wasn't him. It was a bird outside. So
just this Tengu at the window, like.
No, you can't have any jazz. No.
Go back to the Tengu.
sorry, guys.
plot. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so a 20 on a crafting, or 19 on a crafting, sorry, that is enough. It's a quicksilver mutagen. Quicksilver mutagen. So you drink, if you were to drink that down, it works for 10 minutes. It will do a little bit of damage to you. You'll take a bit of damage, but it will give you a +10 to your speed, and it will give you a +2 to your acrobatics and stealth.
And how much of it is there? Like-
One dose.
Just one dose.
And you'll take 1 point of damage, or half your level worth of damage.
+2 to acrobatics and +2 to what?
To stealth. And +10 to your speed, so you'll be super fast.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
We should press on. It's not safe to stand around.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after the screams, the screams into the darkness.
So you make your way further on through these ancient dwarven halls where nobody has been for a long time, and you head through the southern door. And you can see here that there are a number of figures that seem to be slumped over, large, tall, gangling metal constructs that are all kind of just stood with their hands hanging limply by their sides and their heads looking down at the ground. In different states of disrepair. Many of them have fallen apart. They look to have been built a long time ago. You can see there are dwarven runes and things over them. And as you make your way a little further into the room, you can see at the very far end there is a door to the south, which seems to go further on. But as you approach towards it, you hear just a shuddering coming from there, and you hear a clattering of metal as one of the figures seems to sort of stumble slightly, and then you hear a hiss of pistons as suddenly one of the gangling figures takes a step out from the line of creatures where it is. It steps out. It is made of sort of struts of metal. It is quite thin. They are tied together with rope and wire and bits of metal. Its fingers all end in long needles, and you can see alchemical vials built into each parts of its hand that are bubbling and hissing as the creature seems to shudder and power up. It turns to you with a kind of blank metal face, and as it turns, 2 red eyes just light up in the face, and it starts lurching towards you. Yes, Karen.
Is there a check I can make to see if I know any dwarvish command words?
Ooh. Yeah. Do you have what law do you have?
Anatomy.
Anatomy. Okay.
And something which is blank.
So you don't have anything.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
What about Darkland law? Would that help?
Darkland law might. Yeah, Darkland law might. Thing is, the dwarves haven't been here in a very long time.
Right.
Do you speak Dwarven?
I have no idea. I don't even know what the languages are on this.
They're on the
Right.
first page, towards the bottom.
Underneath your skills.
Because, Fly does speak Dwarven.
I've just got blank for languages, so I don't speak
Okay.
anything. It's only charades for me.
Well, so Fly speaks Dwarven. Fly, do you want to attempt something? Tell us what Fly is going to. What is Fly going to say to this creature?
Stop! Who are you?
The
What
alchemical
is your name?
Jump in front of you all and go into a proper pose as well. Who are you?
This is the moment, is it? This is his moment. The Greek construct stares you down as it considers your words, and then from somewhere deep within it, it lets out a deep mechanical scream, matching the one that you all let out earlier on. And just goes and spreading its syringe-like fingers wide, it storms towards all of you, and we're going to roll for initiative next week. That is where we leave it for tonight.
Is that a big metal construct, Dan? Is it covered in rust? Is it covered in rust, Dan? Is it a rust collar?
Go on, fight!